For centuries, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood as a monumental enigma, a testament to a civilization's ambition and ingenuity. But how did the ancient Egyptians, with their seemingly simple tools, erect such a colossal and enduring structure? Join us as we journey back in time, animating the incredible engineering feat that was the construction of the Great Pyramid of Khufu, step by monumental step. Our story begins around 2580 BC on the Giza Plateau. An aerial view reveals the vast, raw landscape before it was transformed. The first crucial step was site selection and preparation. The builders chose a solid rock foundation to support the immense weight. Animated illustrations show workers meticulously leveling this natural rock outcrop, creating a perfectly flat base. Using rudimentary but highly effective tools like ropes and plumb bobs, they established the four corners of the pyramid's base, aligning them with astonishing astronomical precision to the cardinal points. A transparent blueprint of the pyramid then overlays the site, visualizing the immense scale and perfect orientation of the structure yet to come. This initial planning phase was the bedrock upon which all subsequent efforts were built, ensuring the stability and symbolic alignment of the monument for eternity. With the foundation set, the monumental task of quarrying and transporting millions of stone blocks began. Detailed animations take us to the local quarries, where the bulk of the pyramid, the core blocks, were hewn from limestone. We see teams of workers using copper chisels and hard dolerite pounders to painstakingly cut massive blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. For the pyramid's outer casing and internal chambers, more precious stones were required. Massive granite blocks, some weighing up to 80 tons, were quarried in Aswan, nearly 500 miles to the south. Fine white Tura limestone for the smooth outer surface was sourced from across the Nile. These were loaded onto enormous wooden barges and floated down the river, strategically timed with the annual flooding of the Nile, which brought the water closer to the construction site. Once on land, we see the blocks being hauled on wooden sledges over specially prepared causeways, wetted with water or slicked with mud to reduce friction, all under the watchful eye of an architect overseeing this colossal logistical operation. Now, the pyramid itself begins to rise from the desert floor. Time-lapse animations show the first layers of core blocks being laid with incredible precision, the joints so tight that a knife blade often cannot fit between them. To lift these heavy stones to ever-increasing heights, the Egyptians constructed a system of ramps. While the exact design is still debated, we can visualize a potential configuration. Perhaps a long, straight ramp, a winding ramp that corkscrewed around the pyramid, or a combination of several. We watch as teams of laborers, their muscles straining, pull the massive blocks up these ramps using strong ropes and perhaps simple wooden levers. With each new layer of stone, the ramp system grew alongside the pyramid, a constantly evolving scaffold that was as much an engineering marvel as the pyramid itself. While the exterior was growing layer by layer, a complex internal world was being constructed simultaneously. Cutaway animations reveal the intricate network of passages and chambers taking shape within the pyramid's core. We see the construction of the so-called Queen's Chamber, the magnificent Grand Gallery with its high corbelled ceiling, and finally, the King's Chamber, built entirely of red granite. The animation highlights how these internal structures were integrated into the overall build, including the narrow air shafts pointing towards the stars and the massive granite relieving chambers built above the King's Chamber to divert the crushing weight of the stone above. A brief shot shows the placement of the sarcophagus within the King's Chamber, a crucial step that had to be completed before the chamber was sealed off and the pyramid built over it. The final stage was to give the pyramid its glorious, gleaming finish. The process began from the top down. As the final blocks were laid, the capstone, or pyramidion, was hoisted into place. This pyramid-shaped stone, possibly covered in electrum or gold, would have been the first part of the structure to catch the morning sun. Then, the outer casing of polished white Tura limestone was meticulously fitted, also starting from the top. As the workers descended, they dismantled the construction ramps, revealing the smooth, dazzling white surface of the finished pyramid. Final touches involved polishing the casing stones until they shone brilliantly. Our journey concludes with a stunning aerial shot of the newly completed Great Pyramid of Khufu, its polished surfaces reflecting the Egyptian sun. A radiant beacon of power and a stairway to the heavens. Surrounded by the growing complex of Giza, a masterpiece of human endeavor, now complete.